living in an idealistic thought process that because I believed in Jesus Christ and that I love God, I didn't deserve to go through this storm. So I'm not going to go through this storm. I rebuke it. I'm not doing it. I'm not. But when I would resurface and I would pull my head out of the sand, I started to see that I didn't learn anything from the storm. And I also started bringing a drinking problem along with me. Some of you out here are going to think as if, yeah, I cope properly. I'm good on this one, B. Like, I'm not an ostrich. I get it. I totally understand. You may not be an ostrich. You may be something else. But during the ostrich phase for me, I started to see that I was leaning on Band-Aids to stop the bleeding of a gun wound. And God was uprooting these things in me. He was pulling it to the surface and allowing something to be reoccurring so that I could learn that, yeah, the bottle didn't work last time. Yeah, staying up all night binge watching Netflix series and actually thinking that my life is like Netflix is not working. And for some of y'all, it may be video gaming until the morning, texting that chick in the middle of the night, FaceTiming that homie in the middle of the night. It may be smoking weed and just one puff gets you to sleep. But what happens when you wake up and the storm's still happening? You're still in the midst of that season. What did you learn? What are you supposed to do? Are you just going to keep smoking? Are you just going to keep playing video games until your eyes burn in the morning? Are you just going to go through everything on Netflix? Or are you going to ask the question, God, what do you want me to learn from this? God, you got me through my last storm, so you're going to get me through this one, but why is this one recurring? Why am I facing the same relationship issues? Why am I still with the guy who keeps cheating on me? Why am I at a job that makes me debate if I even want to be alive? Why? Ask him, and he will provide the answer to you. He may also just show you with uprooting, because when you submit your life to God and allow him to be your Lord and Savior, you may see that he couples reoccurring storms with uprooting storms. What do I mean by that? Let me dissect that a little more for you. Reoccurring, yes, I got no money in the bank, but I'm always outside with my crew. I have no food in my pantry, but my alcohol cabinet stays unstocked. I don't got a ring on my finger yet, but I do got a couple guys I text all the time. There's a missing point here. We're not actually facing the purpose. We're just coping. We're just living in it. And God has more for us. He knows we can get through the storm instead of just getting used to the storm, getting used to dysfunction, getting used to, I just eat popcorn and drink. And I speak from experience, this one. So he's going to uproot things from you. He's going to pull it to the surface so that you can reflect and understand that those coping mechanisms are not going to get you to learn anything. It's not going to actually make you stronger. It may just also lead to a drinking problem. It may also lead to your eyes burning every morning when you're on the way to work because you play video games all night. It may lead to you being single for too long when God had a purpose for you to be married. So if you start seeing that in those situations that God keeps bringing it to the surface, that when I hang out with these people, I don't meet my purpose, or I'm late to work, or these people don't even care if I'm actually on the street next week, it's a reflection he wants you to have. He wants you to reflect on why the storm's happening and how he, only through Jesus, will the storm calm. Will the wind be rebuked? And sometimes we won't even give them that option because we're too busy hiding our head in the sand.